Where have you been on your journey and what?
And how did you get there?
How did you get there?
All over. I look back in the rearview mirror and it's like, car crash, substance misuse testing.
Wow.
I do it with a bit of a twist whereby instead of people losing their jobs, we try to help them.
Hello, good evening and welcome. It's the Incredible People Show tonight with me, Polly Brennan.
And me, Maggie Martin, on Coast Radio 106.6 FM.
Well done.
Woohoo.
We're here from 8 till 10 o'clock tonight. First things first, we can't start a show without saying a huge, massive thank you to David Wilson for a belter of a show once again. Whew, we love it. Thank you. You set us up, and also you always play our first tune for us.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's
Amazing.
like we don't have to think when we come in because it's already done for us.
So big high five and a big shout out and a big thank you to you. So we've also got David in the house tonight, who's in the background doing his beautiful work, filming and capturing all the moments, and we've got a incredible guest that we're going to introduce you to right here, right now, called David. Our David. David Bainbridge is here in the house, and we're going to have a great conversation. But I'm not going to introduce you. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Oh, no pressure there.
No pressure.
We like
No
to throw people
pressure.
into the deep end, don't we?
I'm David. I am a local business owner and entrepreneur, and I have a business which is based in Sunderland. Don't swear, I apologise if I swore
And
there.
you're not in the red chair.
It works with businesses, and I conduct substance misuse testing.
Wow.
I do it with a bit of a twist whereby instead of people losing their jobs, we try to help them keep their jobs. It's a bit novel, isn't it?
It is a bit, no? So coming away from the catching people out, but actually working out where people are maybe struggling or having challenges that you can support.
Pretty much. Hugs instead of drugs. It's the type of thing.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty fantastic. But you didn't start there, so you've been, I presume, like a lot of other people, you've been on a wee bit of journey that's led you to this point here right now.
Yeah.
But you've got a rear view mirror.
Yeah.
You've been places and done stuff.
Yes.
Do you want to, you can start whenever you like,
Yes.
but I'd love to know a little bit about before we talk about what you do, where have you been on your journey and what,
And how did you get there?
how did you get there?
All over. I look back in the rearview mirror and it's like, car crash. So how far back do we go? Left school, didn't really do well in my exams. I got a job in the factories, and I was just, why am I here doing this?
Yeah.
There was that feeling that I've let myself down. I thought there's something better for us out there. So I decided to see what it was. Went back to school. I passed my exams, and it was basically from there, it was just progression from job to job, but always going upwards. I got a job with a local training company, helping people doing that. I thought, yeah, that's what I like. Not so much the training, which I do love training. It's the helping people that I liked.
It's the difference that training makes. It's how you're helping people develop.
Pretty much, yeah. It's seeing them actually go, oh, wait there, I can do this. Like,
So what kind of training was that?
I was in window fitting, to be honest with
Right.
you. Yeah, it was very niche. But from that, I thought, well, what am I going to do now? I'll push myself, and because health and safety is so sexy, I thought I'd get a degree in health and safety. So, but it carried on from that, and it was helping people with that as well. And at the same time, because I decided that I wasn't busy enough, I went and joined Durham Police as a special police officer.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I was helping people during the day, and then done
So
in
what's
black and
involved
fighting
with
crime.
that?
With
Like being a special police officer.
it's awesome.
Is
It
it?
really is awesome. Yes.
So what do they do for your training first of all? Is it very similar to the training you would do going in for the police?
It depends which force you go for. Obviously, I was with Durham, so I'll have to speak about Durham.
Yeah.
But the way they say it is, you are exactly the same as frontline officers.
I'd heard that, which is why I'd asked. Yeah.
You've got the powers of arrest and everything that goes with it. I've still got friends who are in it. They've just been trained up to use tasers.
Right.
They can do.
Sign me up.
Yeah, they can use T-pack and.
Were you ever tempted? You know, like with a taser, that'd be the only thing is to try it on yourself.
Well,
I think I would be tempted. I've
Maggie,
got that
you would.
mental. I would.
Yeah.
You know what? So maybe I shouldn't do that. Probably not a good idea.
I think you might need my services.
Okay, if you're listening at home, please don't try this at home. Don't try any of that at
If
home.
you've just tuned in.
If you've just tuned in. And actually, just while we've got a little bit of a pause, this would be a great time just to say, thanks for listening. to all of you who are listening in tonight. We've got David Bainbridge on the show. We're going to talk about some interesting stuff. We're going to hear about your journey, but we are going to talk about drugs and drug tests. And so it's just to say that if, we're offering a trigger kind of a warning and awareness. If this is a tricky subject for you, just be aware and take care of yourself around this subject tonight. And we would like to make sure that we leave the show or leave our listeners with some information about how you can get help and support if drug use is an issue for you or someone you love. So just to put that out there, but also just to say, what music do you want to hear tonight? Because we're here for you to play your tunes and entertain you. This is all about, Radio with a Heart. So it's all about you. And also we're showcasing this from Ashington. This is for South East Northumberland, but we're right here in the heart of Ashington, broadcasting with David Bainbridge tonight. So back to you. Don't try tasers. Back to you.
Don't. But yeah, so I was wearing my black uniform and fighting crime on the night time and that.
A bit like Batman.
I've actually got a photograph somewhere of me dressed up with a Batman mask on and my police uniform. It's phenomenal. That's what the 6-year-old kid with his Batman mask.
I think you need to share that at some point so we could put it on our Incredible People show.
Yes, it's on my
I mean,
phone.
that should have been the picture, to kind of introduce you to the show, really, shouldn't it?
But no one knows who I was then. I think they were
so you'll have to come back.
You'll
have to come back again.
Maybe. But when I was with the police, this was pretty much when I had the epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last calls I went to as a policeman, a special constable, was we got told about a woman shouting and screaming in a house. They were a bit worried because there was known to be children in this house.
Mm-hmm.
So we went up and we could hear her from the bottom of the street. So we knocked on the door, and after about 5 minutes, this little woman, she opened the door, gaunt white, bedraggled, and just looked really, really bad. We went into the house and there was no furniture in the house, nothing at all. There was a mattress on the floor and there was a mattress on the patio doors at the back. No children there. Now, when I tell people that story, it kind of conjures up an image, doesn't it, of what type of person it is. This woman was a nurse at one of the local hospitals, quite high up. She had sent her children away because she was addicted to prescription medication. And she was struggling to get the help that she needed for it. So she was going cold turkey. She'd put all the furniture in the garage so she couldn't hurt herself, and that was why the mattress was on the back doors, so she couldn't run through it. So that was a moment I was like, someone needs to help this woman with this.
Because that's not, like you say, the image most people, as you start to describe that, I bet, people listening had a completely different picture of what that person was and what they were like and what they were doing.
But that was a moment I was like, someone needs to do something. That was like light bulb moment. I'm the person to do that. So I had a chat with one of my friends who was in business, and a week later I set up First Cohort International with a view of helping people who are dealing with substance misuse.
That's amazing, because most times when people think someone needs to do something about this, it's as if it's somebody else. Somebody else will do this as well, but the fact you just thought, right, something needs to be done, I'm going to do it.
There's a syndrome when it's got a name, can't remember what it's called, and I learned about it once when I fell off my bike. I caught my bike on a tram rail in Belgium, and everyone around me watched me go head first over my handlebars, and I landed on my face, and everybody kept walking, and I couldn't understand it.
Bypassers.
Everybody thinks someone else will help. That concept of like everyone thinks that's terrible, that needs to change, but it's someone else's job. And I love that you just decided that was going to be you.
Yeah, that syndrome, it depends on the size of the people there. If there's only a couple of people there, someone's more likely to do it. If it's 10, it's less. If it's 100, it's not going to happen.
Incredible. Incredible. So now, so here you are now doing that very thing that you set out to do, having been inspired by what you witnessed. Well, I want to talk more about that, if that's okay, because I want to know, we want to hear more about how that's evolved for you.
Absolutely.
What we'll do though is we'll give the number out, so if anybody's got any questions for you, if they've, again, any music requests or something like that, if you want to.
Absolutely. So if you want to call us, you can, but make sure you call when the music's on so we can answer it and speak to you.
So it doesn't interrupt us in the middle of have a conversation,
Oh,
which has happened, hasn't it, Polly?
I didn't actually know what to do. I was like, yeah, do call, and then the phone rang and I didn't know what to do.
No,
So,
stop calling.
01670 432 107.
When the music's playing.
When the music's playing. If you want to text WhatsApp, 07858 429 316. I'd like to give a quick and wonderful big shout out to Mrs. Watson, Kate Watson, who is a DJ here and also a fan of our show, so thank you. We're going to play a tune for you, Kate, just now. We're going to have a couple of tracks. Is that okay with you, Mr. Bainbridge?
Well, aye.
I'll have a couple of tracks. So, Kate, this is for
your
you.
night tonight.
You,
all
you
about
get
you.
what you give. This is the New Radicals, and then we're going to have Teddy Swims for our Maggie. So
Get
enjoy
in.
some tunes.